Let's talk about water. When I was born, there were 2.5 billion people living on the planet. In the next 25 years, the population of the Earth will increase by 2.5 billion people. Most of those will be in Africa and Asia. Many of those are in countries with dire shortages of water and, in other cases, any access to clean water. So if we think that we're having trouble today dealing with 6.5, 7 billion people, and we're about to increase by another 2.5 billion, what's that mean when water is the essence of life? So let's talk first about water and about what can be done about it. All over the globe, including in southwestern United States, the west coast of the United States, and many parts of the world, there are shortages of water, of drinking water. We're using too much. Supplies are running out, water has been polluted or dirty. And so the question is, how do you deal in these parts of the world with the rapid population increase? How do we prevent conflict and how do we supply water to the population? Technology certainly has lots of possibilities for cleaning water, and the issue of actually moving water depends upon international agreements. Let's take the case of Afghanistan. Our institute has been very deeply involved in Southwest Asia and bringing together the countries, including Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, the Central Asian states and others, to actually begin to map out what the water resources of the region are. Some places there is water, other places they're running out of water. How do we begin to come to new sharing agreements? In the case of Afghanistan and Pakistan, there has never been an agreement on water sharing since the foundation of the state of Pakistan in the 1940s. So it raises a real question about what actually can be done. The first step is to actually get the parties to the table, get the technical experts to actually focus on it, and then to begin to develop some political context whereby one could say, here's what happens, here's how we develop, here's how we create an economic development plan. If one could look, for example, the border regions between Pakistan and Afghanistan, which are crucial to success in Afghanistan, what you can actually see is that water would be a very, very big part of the equation. So how do we do it when tribes are split on different areas, when borders are ill-defined as they are in Pakistan and Afghanistan? How do you actually begin to deal with it? These are the kinds of things that we need to move on if in fact we're going to prevent conflict and if in fact we're going to have economic development. And if you talk about water in Afghanistan, we talk a lot about water and about electricity as the two critical components as to whether or not people can be lifted out of poverty, which is the only antidote to terrorism and to radicalization of the populations. There's no jobs for these young people. So what we want to do is focus all of us, everyone who's watching this, all the people in the EastWest Institute network more widely, to try to really throw energy behind the water issue. Water and security, water and conflict prevention is really one of the principal topics that should be on all of our minds and in our actions.